Hey there, vinyl community people, all my music loving friends. It's Mike, MGK Boston. Yeah, I know I just put a video up yesterday and I said I was done for the week, but again, the crappy weather, and we're waiting for a playoff football game to start. Go Bengals this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern. Got to beat those Bills. Anyway, just saw this CD vinyl tag. I just did the Rob Walker one a couple of weeks ago, the vinyl tag, and this one is CD Vinyl Tag 2023. It's a channel that's completely new to me. The channel is called Legopaidi. It's a guy named Kostis. He's over in Greece, and he spells that channel name Legopaidi. Legopaidi. Not sure what that means, but there I've spelled it out for you so you can go seek it out. Or if you just simply search CD Vinyl Tag, it'll come up. I know DJ Trish was doing another one. Shout out to DJ Trish. Thank you. I was looking for a longer list of questions, and this one is around 20 questions. So I'm going to have a go at it. Quick video today. So anyway, yeah, again, it's 20 questions. And the first question I got to bail on. I'm coming up empty on it. It's a 2022 new release or reissue. Didn't really buy either of those things. I don't buy a lot of CDs. I do once in a blue moon. But yeah, that came up empty on that one, Kostis. Number two, the last CD you bought. I can do that one though. I just picked this up last month at a used shop, and it's Bob Dylan, Modern Times. This one released in 2006 was the follow-up to his album Love and Theft, and the release date on that again 2006. Some of the key tracks on this one: Thunder on the Mountain, Spirit on the Water, and The Levee's Gonna Break. It's good. It's almost like Bob Dylan, countryish, if you will, on this, his sound in this, but it's called Modern Times. All right, question 3. First CD you ever bought? Well, I had to do some thinking about that one. I've been buying records since middle school, and then when the CD craze started in the mid 80s, around 85, 86, they came on the scene, and this is the first one I got, and it's still have it. It's AC/DC, Back in Black. Release date on this one I think is 1980. Yeah, the original on this one. So yeah, I bought this when it came out, and they were expensive back then. I can remember this was probably about $25. They did come down in price relatively quickly. I'll spit that out. Once people supply and demand corrected that, and everybody had a CD player, the prices came down. But yeah, not much I can say about this that hasn't already been said. You know all these songs: Hell's Bells, Shoot to Thrill, Giving the Dog a Bone, of course the title track, Back in Black. You can see it's from the CD library of yours truly. You can see this jewel box, looks like it's been dragged through a war zone, but again, I've had this since probably 1986, and I've still got it in my collection. So yeah, I didn't have to do a lot of thinking about what, just this, it's AC/DC is going to sound better than it ever did before, and it does, when you first, the whole format of a compact disc, it was just something different than a record, right? And there's a smudge on that. But anyway, yeah, look at the jewel box, right? Coming all apart. There's Angus Young in the middle. So yeah, first CD I ever bought. That's AC/DC. And it's Back in Black. All right, what do we got now? Show a DIY, do-it-yourself CD. I assume that this means like if you created a mixed, like you would a mixtape. I was known for making lots of mixtapes for friends back in the day. And I also picked it up with CDs as well. And I always give them names here. What do you got here? Big Mike's Psychedelic Sundays. That's me, Big Mike. And there's all the tracks listed on there. It's like a psychedelic theme. There's a radio show I used to listen to in Toronto called Psychedelic Sundays, no longer on the air, on the formerly great Q107. But what did I have on here? Allman Brothers, Turn on Your Love Light. Grateful Dead, Friend of the Devil. J.J. Cale, Riverboat Song. And closed it out with a live version of Knocking on Heaven's Door. It's Tom Petty with Bob Dylan doing a duet on that one, Knocking on Heaven's Door. So this is a DIY CD. It's a Big Mike Mega Mix right there. Psychedelic Sundays, Part 1. Part 2 is probably somewhere in a box around here. Last CD you played on your stereo. That would be this one. Just played this 2 days ago. Chet Baker, The Italian Sessions. Originally released in 1962. You can see right there. Zoom in on that. There's the late great Chet Baker. Yeah, well, you needn't. He does a version of These Foolish Things, version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. This just plays really great. If you're into some cool jazz, check it out. It's Chet Baker, the Italian Sessions, and this on RCA Victor on the inside. And more pictures of Chet right there. So yeah, last CD played on the stereo was Chet Baker. Show of Various Artists compilation, all right? So I used to get this magazine. I had a subscription for years, Q Magazine. I think it's still around, but with the internet, I quit doing it because it was expensive. It was from the UK, so the annual subscription was kind of getting expensive, and I stopped probably around 2008, 2009 was when I last was getting Q Magazine. But they routinely would put a CD, like a mixed CD with some sort of theme, with the magazine, which was an added bonus. It was really an excellent magazine, and if you wanted to read reviews on any kind of up and coming stuff, it was really great resource. So this compilation here, it's many different artists doing all John Lennon covers. So this is bizarre. I'm gonna have to listen to this later. I imagine live version by Madonna. I don't know. I can't imagine what that sounds like. Don't Let Me Down by the Stereophonics. That's a good version. I know that. And Albo does a version of Working Class Hero. So that's really good. So I'm a big fan of Albo. So yeah, that's John Lennon, Working Class Hero, exclusive to this CD. Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, all right. Show a best of compilation by one artist. Well, I've got several. I actually did a vinyl community video yesterday trying to start a thread of best of greatest hits albums. So you can check that out. This is Emmylou Harris, the best of. Release date on this one, probably 1978. And this is a CD reissue, of course. And, they're all here. One of These Days, Sweet Dreams. Make and Believe, that's a really beautiful song. Boulder to Birmingham, and Together Again, that's a Buck Owens classic. So yeah, there it is, the best of Emmylou Harris, and that is a best of example. Show a box set. I really don't have any box sets, Kostis, but I suppose this is in a box, so it sort of qualifies. It's a cardboard box, and it's John Mayall. It's a double. It's a collection from the London years, London record label, 1964 to 1969. You can see it, and there's a young John Mayall right there. There he is on the back. He was a multi-instrumentalist, predominantly a keyboard player, but he could also play guitar. So it's a 2 CD set. There's the other one. And like I would say most box sets, if you will, it comes with a really nice booklet. Great photos on the inside, all black and white, and kind of a bio here all through, a mini booklet, if you will, on the history of John Mayall and the Blues Breakers. Played with a lot of people, launched a lot of careers, really important guy in the blues world, and it's John Mayall, London Blues, 1964 to 69 right there. Example of a box set. Show a CD that contains the artist's complete discography. This was hard. Kostis showed that Minor Threat CD. I remember a friend of mine had that same one, Kostis. I do not have that one, but I came up with this. It's the Sisters of Mercy, the goth kings that they were. This compilation came out around 1992, and it captures, they did probably, I want to say 4 EPs, all with 3 or 4 songs each, up until they released their full-length album, First and Last and Always, in 1985. So this is all of those EPs. I want to say it was 4 of them, and I have all those on record. I did a Sisters of Mercy spotlight in one of my videos a few months back, but here you can see all the tracks that are listed. This includes, rather, all of those EPs that I just mentioned from the early 80s up to 1985. So there you can see all those songs listed. There's the Merciful Release logo, and this is called Some Girls Wander by Mistake. Again, 80 to 83, it looks like it captures all those moments. Unfortunately, on the inside of the book, oh yes, I shouldn't say unfortunately, fortunately, so you can see it has pictures of each of those EPs, All the artwork is very similar. Of course, there's Temple of Love right there. And yeah, and then just the story on the inside. And of course, notes signed by Andrew Eldritch, the lead singer. So that is a CD containing an artist's complete discography. That was a really hard one to come up with. These questions weren't exactly easy, my friend. All right. Show a CD in a cardboard sleeve or cover. All right. It's Willie Nelson. And it's Willie Nelson singing reggae tunes. Is there anything, a better combination, right? It's like peanut butter and jam. They just belong together. So yeah, Willie likes his weed, and so it goes to make sense rather that he would be digging the reggae. Do you mind too much if I don't understand? Sitting in Limbo, he does a version of that. That's a Jimmy Cliff song, I believe. Undo the Right, You Left Me a Long Time Ago. It's really good, and it's on some indie label here called Lost Highway. Of course, this is a cardboard sleeve. There's the pot reference right there. Picture of the devil's weed right there, and it's Willie Nelson, Countryman. I'm not sure of the release date on this one, but I think this is mid-90s, 94, 95. Anyway, that's an example of a cardboard sleeve. Show a CD single. I don't have a lot of these. This is a single. It's James from Manchester, England. And this book on the inside. Just a press release. I don't know if this was a promo at the time. So you can see there, Sit Down. It's right there. So it contains extended version of Sit Down right there. And there's actually a live version right here at some festival in 1990. This would have been. And this is, you can see this is on the Fontana record label. And they also do on this one, it's actually a really good version of the Velvet Underground, Sunday Morning. So I would call this a CD single. Technically it's not, because it's actually got 4 songs on it, but this was the closest thing I could come up with for this question of showing a CD single, and it's James, Sit Down. All right, number 12, show a double or triple CD. All right, here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, The Grateful Dead, live at the Fillmore East in New York City. Released on that one. Showtime was April 1971. You can see right down there. And there's all the tracks listed right there. Of course, on the Arista label. This was an official. This was not a bootleg. There's disc 1. This is actually, it's a 4 CD set. There's disc 2. And discs 3 and 4. So bonus points for me on that one, Kostis. I showed a 4 CD set and has this beautiful book with it too. You know, yeah. So in the late 1960s, New York's equivalent to Haight-Ashbury was Greenwich Village. That's true. True words never spoken. And then it's just a bunch of stories here and blah, blah, blah. There's Bob Weir. So yeah, example of a 3 CD set. I'm showing a 4 CD set. All right. Show a CD that looks like a vinyl record. So in Kostis' video, he showed some artist I'd never heard of. I think it was something from Japan, and actually looked like a 7-inch single. It was black. Well, I've got around 600 CDs, and I've been buying them since the 80s, like I've said at the beginning of the video, and I've never seen a CD pressed in black. Maybe I'm missing something. But I've just never seen that before. So Kostis, that was a new thing in your video that I've just never come across that before. So I can't contribute to question 13. Number 14, show a CD soundtrack. That I can do. I have several soundtracks. This is Paul Thomas Anderson film, Boogie Nights. Excellent movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. The late, great Burt Reynolds is fabulous in this, among many others. It's an all-star cast in this. It really is. 1997. So it's kind of, if you don't know the story, it's the story of this porn star, this guy Dirk Diggler, played by Mark Wahlberg, and it just shows the seedy scene, porn scene, if you will, in the early mid 1970s in Los Angeles, and it's Boogie Nights, great soundtrack. Jungle Fever by the Chakachas, I can't even say it, I know the song. Sister Christian by Night Ranger, Ain't No Stopping Us Now, McFadden and Whitehead, that was a one-hit wonder. But yeah, it's got some moments on here, totally 70s groove to this, if you haven't figured that out yet. But it's Boogie Nights, example of a movie soundtrack. All right, show a CD that comes with a book. All right, or a book that comes with a CD. I kind of came up a little empty on that. Oh, this sort of looks like a record because it's a double CD set from that previous question. This is George Harrison. All Things Must Pass. Of course. It comes in this beautiful, nice box, just like the original record did. In fact, yeah, here's the record right here, just to compare. Black and white, color on the reissue. All right, so the book, and so CD comes with a book. It's got a whole story about how the record came together. There's George Harrison right there. I'm not a huge Beatles guy, but he's my favorite Beatle by far. And it's George Harrison. All Things Must Pass. All right, and where are we now? I keep looking down at this list here, trying to keep this in some sort of order. Show a live recording. Okay. So this is a double, I think this is a 2 CD. Yeah, it's a 2 CD set. It's the Allman Brothers Band live at the Ludlow Garage in 1970. That was a venue known for a lot of great classic rock and roll in Cincinnati, Ohio. Now long gone. Not Cincinnati, but the Ludlow Garage. You can see here, all these great standards are here. I'm a big fan of the Allman Brothers Band. And every time they do a live version, it's always different, kind of like the Dead. They kicked this off with Dreams, Statesboro Blues, and disc 2. The whole thing is just a long 44-minute version. See that? 44 minutes of Mountain Jam. Yeah, there it is right there. Check it out. Yeah. Of course, on Polydor. Yeah, you can see that live at the Ludlow Garage, 1970. Really excellent. Mountain Jam. Never seen it 44 minutes. Usually it's around 25, 30, but that's a long one. All right. Show a CD with weird, non-conventional packaging. So in Kostis' video, he showed something that was almost like Public Image Limited's metal box. It was in a metal box kind of thing. So that was what he was looking for, something really radically different than usual packaging. I went through my stuff here and I've got it all on the shelves. And nothing popped out at me that was very unique other than the cardboard stuff that's supposed to look like a gatefold record sleeve. I had nothing really unique here to offer on that one. So I'm out on question 17, Kostis. Number 18, show your most expensive CD. Well, I don't have them cataloged on Discogs like I do my records, my vinyl albums. But I do know this particular band, this stuff's expensive. And I looked this up on Discogs. This is Chameleons. They're a band from Manchester, post-punk outfit. If you don't know them, please check them out. This was actually live in Toronto. I've been to this club. This is the RPM Club, live at the RPM Club in 1987. I was not at this show, but yeah, this is worth around $35 right now on Discogs if it's in perfect condition, which this is. Don't think it was ever released on vinyl, but it was just a CD, and it was on Imaginary Records, which wasn't their usual label. I don't know if this was some sort of approved bootleg or if it's a straight up bootleg, but Discogs I don't think usually has bootlegs, so this must have been something official. So anyway, again, it's the Chameleons live in Toronto, and that's around $35. But I mean, I'm sure if I went through the rest of my stuff, I could find something at that price or higher, because I do have some pretty unique stuff. All right, show a CD from a local band or artist. Well, I live in Boston, so these guys are legendary. In this area. Well, they're global. Everybody knows Aerosmith. But yeah, this is from 1993 on Geffen right there. And Eat the Rich, Get a Grip, the title track. Fever's good. Haven't listened to this in a long time. Crazy's a nice ballad. And what's on the inside here? Oh, there they are. There's the boys right there. Legendary. So yeah, a couple of the guys, they still live in the greater Boston area. But that's Aerosmith, a long, illustrious career. And yeah, the cow udder there, I don't know what they're on about with that. But anyway, weird cover, Get a Grip. Aerosmith from Boston. Lastly, show a mini CD, mini disc. All right. This is something pretty unique. Might have fallen into that unique category. But anyway, this is the closest thing I have to some sort of a mini disc. Look at the shape of this. Of course, this is the Animal House movie, National Lampoon's Animal House movie soundtrack. You can see there's John Belushi, a caricature of him up there on the top of the Animal House where they were living and letting her rip. And yeah, it's Animal House. So that would be my mini CD or mini disc, if you will, Kostis. So that's going to close this out, this CD tag 2023, I guess, or 2022, whatever it is. Yeah, go over, check out Kostis' channel again. Again, his handle is Legopaidi for his channel. It's Legopaidi, Legopaidi, if I'm saying that right. And the guy's name is Kostis. So I just subscribed to his channel, and I suggest you do too. He's just shy of 100 subscribers, so go check it out and give him a subscription. That'd be nice. Anyway, folks, I'll see you next time. And for today, go Bengals.